I have a confession. I am a mother with a guilty pleasure. Several years ago, a neighbor brought my 3-year-old daughter home after a play date and asked me a funny question. Zoe says she's never eaten a chocolate chip cookie before. Is that true? Well, that's weird, I responded, because we have cookie... Oh, I stopped before I finished my sentence. My family knows when I say let's make cookies, what I mean is let's make cookie dough. The truth is we hardly ever make it to the baking part. Once the mixing is done, I eagerly hand out spoons, and we all indulge in a delicious, sugary feast. Cookie dough. That's how I should have finished that sentence, but I was scared to say it. Guilt began to drizzle through my veins. I worried what this woman would think of me if she knew the truth, that I willingly give my kids raw dough. What seemed like minutes was only seconds. My mind raced to make up an excuse, but then something miraculous happened. The older 40 side of my brain took over. The gift of age. Credibility, experience, the gift of not caring, knowing that you're okay just the way you are. So I made an instant decision. The truth. Instead of second-guessing myself, I swallowed a spoonful of pride and heartily confessed. Okay, I have never made cookies using flaxseed, or tofu, or wheat berries, and yes, my children eat raw cookie dough. Get over it. And while I understand that broccoli is best, I believe that cookie dough won't kill you. I took a deep breath. My quick reaction stunned my neighbor and surprised me a little too. Seconds later, we toppled over in hearty laughter at the hilarious thought that to my little daughter, a cookie was a gooey blob on a spoon. That incident turned out to be a needed moment of clarity because it changed me. I only wish it had come sooner. You see, I, like so many other moms, had been guilty of comparing and contrasting, evaluating, and estimating my mothering capabilities against others. Too often, I had heaped on spoonfuls of guilt for the mother I was not, instead of celebrating the kind of mother that I am. Author Jill Churchill said, "There's no one way to be a perfect mother, but a million ways to be a good one." That quote validates every mother in every stage of motherhood. After my first baby was born 18 years ago, I flew back east to visit my parents. I had put my baby down for the night and found my mother in the kitchen, washing and drying the dishes. The routine of it entranced me. It flooded my mind with memories of all my mother had done for me. Too many things to list, like sewing me a dress for the school musical, working a part-time job so I could take dance lessons, driving my friends and I to get shakes at Crackleburger, and then taking the scenic route home so we could drive by cute boys' houses. Making me sack lunches, clear up until I was a senior in high school, and always being sure to include one of her famous napkin notes. My mother, she was there for me. And good mothering boils down to that one basic ingredient. Motherhood is the art of being there. I've asked myself often, am I there? Looking at my 4 growing children who are growing up much too fast, ages 8.5 to 18, I wonder, am I there? Am I present in the moment with them as they are downloading daily facts about their school day? Like which kid at school had his iPod taken away for the umpteenth time? Or how much they hate homework on nights they have lacrosse practice? Who got asked to the dance? And how many cupcakes I have to buy for the 3rd grade mini mall so we can at least have a decent shot at winning the grand prize, which is a giant-sized can of Jolly Ranchers. Am I there? When daughter number 2 calls to ask if I can take her to Subway for lunch, because it's a Friday and school lunch is just so boring, which I know in teenage lingo, that means, Mom, I need you. Yes, I try to be there. Try to be there when I'm needed, even when being needed is hard. Even when I'm hurting from my own heartbreaks, and I know I'm still needed, I try to be there. Cupboards need filling, clothes need washing, bills need paying, knees need bandaging, backs need patting, tears need wiping, goals need high-fiving. Recently, I was there for a milestone when my oldest daughter received her eagerly anticipated acceptance to college. The look on her face told me she was ready for the next step. Thank goodness she'll only be 45 minutes away. But don't worry, I'll do the needful thing. I will let go, even though it hurts, in a good way, in a happy way. I will stand back and I watch her become who she was meant to be, who she wants to be, because that's what moms do. Even when they're tired and hurting from their own private wars, they know the brave thing to do is just be there. So yes, years ago, standing on my porch, fiercely defending my cookie dough stance, helped me to realize I had hoped for just one thing, that I hoped my children would someday see me and understand me in the way that I do my own mother, that someday they would say, you know, when I was little, my mom used to gather us around the kitchen counter and hand us each a spoon. I hope they remember I was there, freshly baked cookies or not.